this evening we're going to be back. So these are the topics we are going to talk about in the next 10 days. I just want to keep you updated so that you know we are prepared for you. So in the next 10 days, okay, I repeat before I continue. What kept us away for this 3 days is because we are preparing for the farming season. We are preparing for the farming season. Very soon, we know that even though we cannot predict the weather now because of climate change and all the problems that comes with climate change, the unpredictability of the weather, but we are hopeful that we are going to go to the farm any moment from now. So we are preparing, like I showed in the video the other day, the last video we posted, where we talked about where we prepared the media for our nursery. So just as we prepare that media for our nursery, we are preparing other things because we are going to go into full agriculture, full fledged agriculture in the coming days. We are also preparing our students. Some students are going to join us on this platform to demonstrate some of the things we've been discussing. So just stay with us. And for now, let me tell you some of the topics we're going to discuss in the next 10 days. So, we are trying to build a global farming community, yeah, around climate smart agriculture, horticulture, and practical farming knowledge. So the next 10 days, we are going to focus on simple but powerful topics farmers everywhere struggle with. So these topics should be, we expect them to be practical. We are going to practicalize them as much as possible. So day one, we are going to talk about how to know if your soil is fertile without a laboratory. We are trying to reach local farmers. So we are going to talk about the first day, how to know if your soil is fertile without a laboratory. So in the process, we are going to explain simple field tests farmers can do, earthworm and soil life as indicators, soil color and texture, crop performance science. These we'll talk about the one. So if it works, we believe many farmers can, many farmers cannot afford soil testing. So please don't ensure you if you want to know about this, then it's going to be the first topic we're going to discuss this week. So on day two, we are going to talk about we're going to talk on how much water do your plants really need. So someone asked me during one of the sessions this week, how do I calculate the quantity of water to apply to my crops? So that question has made me decide we're going to talk about this. So how much water do your plants really need? We are going to explain that. Science of underwatering, science of overwatering, soil type and water retention, simple irrigation scheduling. These are the things we will talk about on the second day. Day. So on the third day, we are going to talk about the best crop to plant during the rainy season. We are going into the rainy season in the next like I said, even though climate change has made the weather unpredictable, but we know that we are going into the rainy season. For those of us living in the tropical Africa, we are going into the rainy season any moment from now. So we are going to discuss the best crops to plant during the rainy season. And some of the things we are going to discuss includes crops that perform well in high rainfall, crops that are cross prone to fungal diseases, climate smart crop selection. These are some of the likely topics we are going to subtopics we will look into under the best crop to plant during the rainy season. On day 4, we are going to talk about how to produce strong and healthy seedlings. We've talked so much about nursery and seedlings, but you can never overemphasize that. So we keep on talking about that. We keep on harping on that because it is one thing you need to know as a farmer. So therefore, how to produce strong and healthy seedlings. We are going to explain nursery media preparation in addition to the demonstration we had last week. We are going to also, earlier this week, we are going to demonstrate nursery media preparation again. We are going to talk about watering schedule, shade management, and hardening seedlings before transplanting. We've talked about hardening before here. If you've not seen that video, please do go back and watch the video. We are going to do what? Come back again to that particular topic. We're going to discuss it. We are going to do justice to it. We need every farmer to know that and know it very well at their fingertips. So that's about that. So I already made a video, like I said, on Soilless Media. Please, if you are yet to watch that video, just go back to my channel and watch. If you've not subscribed, please just subscribe so that you can get notifications when we upload such important videos. So on day 5, we're going to talk about climate smart farming. 5 simple practices every farmer should start today. That's what we're going to talk on the 5th day. Climate smart farming. 5 simple practices every farmer should start today. Yes, there are things every farmer should start today, and we are going to talk about them on day 5. So we are going to discuss mulching. We've talked about mulching before. If you've not seen that video, please watch our video. We've discussed mulching severally. So rainfall, rainwater harvesting. How can you harvest water? How can you, for stations where you don't have irrigation in your farm, but you have enough rainfall, you can actually harvest the rainfall and keep it for maybe dry season. So we are going to be looking at rainwater harvesting, crop diversification. Why do you need to plant more than one crop in your field? What are the advantages of multiple crop diversification and disadvantages of monocropping? These are some of the things we are going to look into. So we are also going to talk about organic matter management. How do we manage the organic matter in the farm? So this aligns strongly with my global community as my global climate smart mission. So we are going to talk about that. On day 6, we are going to talk about how to control pests without damaging the environment. This is very, very important. We need to protect our environment. We need to protect our world. So, and one of the ways to protect our world, our environment, is by being careful how we use chemicals. So we are going to talk on this 6th. We are going to talk about how to control pests without damaging the environment. So we'll explain cultural control, biological control, neem, and plant extracts. As you know, I farm a lot with neem. So I'll be telling you the reasons I use neem, not just as a pesticide, but even as a mulch material. So we have been talking about monitoring of our pests. So this fits integrated pest management. You've heard about integrated pest management. So we are going to talk about that in this week. Yeah, in the course of our discussion this week. So that will be on day 6th. On day 6th. On day 7, we are going to talk about why your crops are growing slowly. Why your crops are growing slowly. So possible causes. We are going to look at the possible causes, which includes nutrient deficiency, poor soil aeration, water stress, and pest damage. So, farmers constantly search for these. So I am going to tell you what you need to do. We are going to discuss that on day 7. On day 8, we are going to talk about spacing in farming. Spacing in farming. Why plant spacing determines yield. Yeah, this is critical, especially to the rural poor farmers. Yes, spacing is key. We are going to talk about that. We're going to talk about competition for nutrients, competition for light, disease spread, and the yield consequences. This topic is simple but very powerful. We are going to talk about that. So on day 9, we are going to talk about how farmers can deal with unpredictable rainfall. That is one problem those of us in the tropical rainforest are facing today, especially in Nigeria. Yeah, unpredictable rainfall is a problem. So we're going to talk about early planting versus delay planting, raised beds, mulching, and drought-tolerant crops. These are some of the things we're going to talk about. So it's very relevant globally, even if you're not from the tropical Africa. These are topics also applies to you to an extent. So you may avail yourself the opportunity by subscribing to this channel, so that you'll be notified each time we go live online to discuss these topics. So on day 10, we are going to talk about 5 mistakes farmers make after transplanting seedlings. We've talked about the top 10 mistakes farmers make. On day 10, we are going to talk about 5 mistakes farmers make after transplanting seedlings. So these we are going to take this week. Yeah, we are going to take all these this week. And after this week, we will also roll out the topics to be discussed next week. But then why you need to participate in our live chat and why we go live online is because I chose these topics because these are some of the questions. Yeah, some of the questions my listeners asked. So I'll be it would be nice you ask your question so that we would pick it up and then discuss it uh in the next series of things we are going to discuss. That would be very beautiful. Yeah, just think about that. Imagine you ask your question here and we select your question as a topic to be discussed in our next series. That would be very beautiful. So we'll be going live every day. Yeah, every day between the hours of 5 p.m. here, West African time, and 7 p.m. If you've not subscribed to our channel, please just do what to hit the subscribe button. Yeah, just subscribe so that you get notified. Yeah, at least even if you fail to join us live, you can always see the video and watch at your convenience. Yeah. Thank you so much. I remain Dr. Donald Ihatro, a teacher, researcher, agriculture enthusiast, and more importantly, a practical farmer. Yeah, I am a farmer and proudly a farmer, a very proud farmer. Yeah, my shoulder is like this because I am a farmer. I raise my shoulder whenever I want to introduce myself as a farmer. Thank you so much. And lastly, do not forget to share our videos if you find them interesting. Do not forget to recommend our channel to your fellow farmers or other agriculture enthusiasts. Do not forget to share our videos. Do not forget to advertise us. Do not forget to recommend us. Yes, you never can tell. You may be helping somebody out there. If you have any question, you can still ask me maybe in the next 2 minutes before I end this live stream. Because I am only here today to tell you what we are going to discuss in this week. Yeah, from now to the next 10 days. We will take just 10-15 minutes every day to discuss these topics. If you have any question, I'll be glad to take your question. Yeah. I can see some person saying I'm okay. Oh, hi, hello. Thank you so much for the comments. I really appreciate it. But if you have a question, please drop that between in the next 5 minutes. Let me take them before we end this live session. All right. Okay. Since I've not seen any question, I believe you got what I said. So please make our time to be with us, join us, and click the subscription button. If you just like what we just discussed here now, please just give us thumbs up. Just click a like. Yeah, just click on the like button. If you like the topics we've selected to discuss this week, just click on the like button. Thank you, as we look forward to seeing your reaction. Well done. Thank you and welcome. You can also get us on Facebook, Donald Ihaturu. Donald Ihaturu. Ihaturu is spelled Iheaturu, just like you see on my channel. My name is Dr. Donald Ihaturu. On Facebook, you remove the doctor and just Donald Ihaturu. On Instagram, Donald Ihaturu. On TikTok, Dr. Donald Ihaturu. We are always live here to help solve farmers' problem. Thank you and God bless you. And thanks for joining us today. We are grateful. We appreciate it. Bye-bye.